What's going on, guys? Bass to Mouth here, bringing you a Combat Arms educational commentary. And today we're going to be talking about specialist loadouts in Combat Arms Quarantine. I know a lot of people are struggling with the high skill ceiling of some of these weapons, and it's really hard for people to be able to play the game well using these weapons. I hear a lot of people complaining, like, free running's too easy, nading's too easy, I need to learn how to play Spec, and I'm here to help. So let's take a look at the loadout. So we have M32, rapid fire grenade launcher, claymore, mines, a remote grenade, and of course the essential auto turret. And you'll see here it says only for operatives. Don't worry, you can equip this weapon in any loadout. Back in the day, you used to need this stupid shit called a specialist license and a specialist character in order to, use this very balanced and very, essential weapon. And that was just stupid. I don't understand why they did that. So now, we're going to look at my gear. And it's all, as you can see, NX rare, because the default gear is it's just too hard to use. I don't know how to use it. It's probably impossible. I have 30% speed here, but you'll also notice I'm using a Crusher mutagen, which grants humans a passive boost of plus 3% to damage, speed, and stamina. Again, very essential. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't run faster than the infected. I'd probably die every time.
8, 7,
So,
6,
here we are in game.
4, 3,
And we're going to set up our auto turret right off the bat.
Sorry.
And we're going to fuck it up. But that's okay.
careful!
As you can see,
Planting a
playing
mine.
Spec, there's a lot to it. So we're going to break this box. Make sure that nobody can get to us without being shot by my turret. And we're just going to wait here. And as you can see, my claymore here is hidden, so they're going to try and jump up and get me. And I'm just going to click, and they're going to die.
Good job!
Alright, fucking Weckwolves. Let's mess this up a little bit.
Thank you!
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the turret back there, and we're gonna set up our claymore right here.
Planting a
Throw down
mine.
some mines.
Planting a mine.
We're gonna throw down a remote grenade right here, and we're gonna sit and we're gonna wait. And we can do anything with this time. Now I'm gonna take a sip from my water.
Go, go, go!
I was literally drinking water when I did that. So now we're gonna bait. Like, oh look, there's no remote grenade. Here, please come try and get me, and then I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna hit this. Might pepper them with some M32 bullets before they get up because of the zombies' health. So right around here, my audio software stopped working for some reason, so I'm just going to be commentating after the fact from this point on. As you can see, I easily win the round. Well, not easily. It took hundreds, thousands of hours over 10 years for me to perfect this style of play, and this is, you know, my experience I'm sharing with you. Getting good at this game, and, you know,
Roger
just
that.
learning how to be the best. So as you can see in this round,
Planting a mine.
what I'm doing is I'm setting up a trap in a popular area where the zombies like to run through to either get to med room or go to box room. A lot of traffic comes through here, so I'm going to set up my claymore right out of sight so they have no idea what's about to hit them when they enter the room. And there's literally nothing they can do about it once they do enter, unless they're a crusher and they have 700 something health, which, you know, I get it. It's a balance thing that Valve had to do. Infected players were complaining that they were just getting killed by specs over and over and over again. So, you know, they're complaining it slows the game down, that there's no competition anymore. Hearsay is what I say. I think they should buff specialist weapons. Honestly, they should make it so you can equip 2 auto turrets at the same time. Why is it when I throw down my second auto turret, my first one gets destroyed? I should be able to have 2. Valve, please fix. I want 2 auto turrets down at once. As you can see there, I was trying to infect a free runner. Fucking noob. Auxiliary. Who even are you? That's another thing I think Valve needs to fix. These guys with their 25% speed and their free running, they're too much. It's too overpowered. It makes the game not fun to play. You know? They kick you out of their lobbies for using specialist weapons because, oh, you know, here's what they say, right? They say, oh, spec weapons are overpowered, it defeats the purpose of the game mode, you just sit behind your auto turret and just click whenever someone gets close to you, and, you know, it's very campy, but I don't know, they just don't know how the game's supposed to be played, I guess. You can see I get a lucky shot there on Fate. Shouldn't have really stood a chance against a free runner. Fucking bullshit. Should have kicked him, honestly. I honestly really like what Valve did to the infection health. That makes it so these fucking free runners, these fucking naders, they can't, you know, get these crazy accolades they used to be able to get, which was super cheap and overpowered.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
They really, you know, they really respect the specialist players and really try to help them, you know, play the game the way it was meant to be played. As you can see, I set up my sneaky claymore again there, so it's zombies will run up without being able to see it. Also have my turret up in the glitch spot. Please don't fix Valve if you see this. Please keep that spot there. It's very useful, very balanced. And another thing you notice is I keep that box in front of my claymore not destroyed, so they really have no chance of knowing what's about to hit them. As you can see, that zombie avoided my claymore completely. I would bet that he is hacking, has some sort of ESP hack, so you can tell where enemy mines and claymores are, because there is no conceivable way that he would have known that I would have set up a little trap with my auto turret and claymore. These quote-unquote pro players will call it, you know, game sense and all this stuff, but it's really just VIP hacks. Notice how my auto turret completely shut down that guy trying to jump off from pipe to get to platform and infect me. He gets around at that time. And as you can see, this guy also has some sort of ESP hack. You can see that my claymore and mines are there, even though it's completely inconceivable that a specialist player would do something like that. I run into the safe room, and then I think that's Aviel. I managed to get a kill right before he infects me, but Aviel sprints through the door right as I'm closing it. Obviously, he's speed hacking. Him and his whole clan, they all speed hack. They ruin the game for everyone. They make it not fun to play. Honestly, these free runners just ruin the game for us specialist players who are just trying to have a good time.
Human wins.
Round start.
So this round, I'm going to be working on the med room, I think. Yep. Med room's a very solid place to set up. They're very good spots in the med room where, combined with an auto turret, the infected are literally unable to touch you. So I really enjoy the med room for playing core. As you can see, I set up my claymore right around the corner, so any infected people coming in will not be able to know what hit them as soon as they enter the room, and there is literally nothing they can do about dying. They do not stand a chance, unless of course they are a crusher, and they have 700 health.
Planting a mine.
And as you can see, I dropped a remote grenade down right in front of me because if they do get past my claymore and auto turret, which is a big if, then I will have that down there for when they drop down, because they try and do a little jump where they get up on like the small box and then jump and just graze you, and they'll infect you like that. But that remote grenade's down there, so if they try to do that, I will just click and they will die. As you can see, this guy Emerhans is attempting to block my turret, which is something a lot of these new free runners will do in order to, you know, try to prevent you from playing the game right. I really just don't understand it. Yeah, see what he's doing is he's blocking the view of my auto turret, so if a zombie passes in front of it, it won't be able to recognize it. And now this is how you can tell it's some high quality spec gameplay. I haven't moved for about 45 seconds. And nothing has happened. This is why I enjoy this game. You can do anything with that time. You could go to school. You could start a small business. You know, the possibilities are pretty much infinite with all the free time you gain by playing Specialist in quarantine. As you can see, I kind of screw up there. I dropped down. I don't really know why I did, but that crusher gets on me. So I use my 33% speed to just completely outrun him and just run out the clock in 5 seconds. And the round is won.
Round start.
So since the med room worked for me so well last round, I think I'm gonna try it again here. I attempt to throw my auto turret onto the top of that camera there, which is a great spot, but I kind of screwed up. And I set my claymore down in the typical place, and it's almost like I'm doing the exact same thing every round, which I really enjoy doing. You know, practice makes perfect. For some reason, my claymore glitched there, and I didn't have the claymore, you know, the little trigger available. Quickly spam down this zombie with a bunch of rockets and grenades. And it's moments like that where I really love this game. Throw down this auto turret so his crusher can't jump up and infect me. Throw a remote grenade down.
Fire in the hole!
Watch your shot.
And the crusher goes down. I don't pay attention to the striker and he gets me. I don't know what to do with myself when I get on the ground. Like, once I'm more than 5 feet away from my auto turret, I'm fucked. So it's very important. It's very important to stay close to that auto turret when you're playing. It should never be out of your sight. As you can see, I'm zombie right now. Not much I can do against these fucking free runner noobs, who somehow are the last people remaining. It's almost like they have skill or something. I don't know. Most likely hacks. I would assume they're hacking. As you can see, I get spammed down by 2 auto turrets and an M32. Very respectable play. A lot of skill involved there. I was very impressed by that kill.
Human wins.
Round start.
Ten, nine.
So now I'm going back to platform.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Setting up my turret.
2.
Giving it a good vantage point where I can see the entire box room. So wherever the zombies go in this room, they are going to be spammed by my auto turret, and they will be basically useless and incapable of movement. And that's really what you want to do in this situation. And now we have another specialist here. Double auto turret spam. As you can see, that zombie was basically immobilized until I messed up and hit the grenade behind him and pushed him forward. And so he was able to get away.
Hold your positions.
I saw a zombie go into this vent here, and I make a mistake of getting too aggressive, and I get punished for it. And as you can see, I'm playing Crusher now, and not even as host zombie, I start off with 460 health. As host zombie, you start off with, I believe, 680 or 700. As you can see, this free runner is clearly hacking. I cannot touch him. He obviously has some sort of backtrack or speed or god hack on enabled. Valve really needs to do something about these players. Like I keep saying, they're just ruining the game for us people who want to play the game the way it's meant to be played. As you can see, that's a very well placed auto turret, watching both angles the infected can come from. Very well played, but unfortunately they don't watch the door well enough, and the zombie sneaks in while they're closing the door. And if you look, that's actually the first round that the infected have won in this game. I love it when humans win rounds. I don't know why these free runner people, they seem to hate it. You go into one of these rooms, and most of the time humans don't even win a single round. Like, I don't understand how that's fun. As a human, I want to be winning every round. That's why I use auto turrets, claymores, and remote grenades. So this time I think I learned my lesson. I'm going to stick very close
Sorry.
to my auto turret.
Careful! Enemy down! Planting a mine! No way! Nice shot!
Easy
Negative.
win for the humans. Next round
Round
begins.
start.
Ten, nine, eight, seven,
Okay, now I'm going back to the choke point.
4,
I want redemption here.
2, 1.
Oh, I think this round gets a little crazy if I remember correctly. I set up my sneaky little claymore in the corner there where they will only be able to know when it's too late after they enter the room. And I set up the remote grenade in case I mess up and they get close enough to me. That remote grenade's behind the barrel, so it won't damage me, but it will damage them. My auto turret's in a very good spot over there. I realize at this point I've put the other two mines on my remote grenade too close to the mines in the other corner by the claymore, and that when I blow up the claymore that it will also blow up the mines by my remote grenade. A little mistake I made there.
Enemy
As
down!
you can see right there, took a little damage from those mines. Double kill. I wait for them to enter. Patience is very important. And now I'm just going to keep running around and throwing remote grenades. As you can see, I timed that pretty much perfectly.
Enemy down!
And I just let the zombies run into my equipment. And so now I really don't know what to do. I'm away from my auto turret. I'm confused. I'm scared. So I'm just going to spam my M32 until I get infected, because there's no way to win this game without being at least 5 feet away from an auto turret. So now we have to try to infect this hacker. Very obviously speed hacking, very obviously backtracking, so his hitbox is unhittable. It's away from where his player actually is, and we just got lucky by blowing him up
Round start.
with his own mine. Final round coming up here.
10, 9, 8,
I set up in the choke point again,
5, 4, 3,
and
Good
this
job.
fucking pussy
Thank you.
destroys my auto turret. Luckily I'm host infected and I can go after him for destroying my auto turret. As you can see, he keeps spamming me, slowing me down with his AR. And he's also hacking because I can't hit him. I managed to get lucky and infect him. As you can see, I have 643 health right now. And despite all the shit that's getting thrown at me and all the grenades I'm taking, I managed to survive. Little lag there. Now I need to sit still so I can regain my health, and the Crusher regains about 150 health at a time. Pretty crazy. Every second you're standing still, the Crusher regains 150 health. Another free runner pussy here. juke around us. Luckily, I blocked him so that Pain CS could get up close to him and kill him. Yeah, these guys are, it's an infestation, it's a problem. As you can see, there's so many of them. They should honestly be banned. Velof, please ban these players. Last 10 seconds, I'm just going to sit here and use all the grenades while another zombie goes in while they're distracted. And then final second, I get the infection on Magnolia. And that's the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed watching. This was a very, very in-depth educational video. I hope, at least, that you learned something. Play Specs. Everyone, play Specs. Play the game. It's meant to be played. The way it's meant to be played is with Spec weapons and mutagens. Goodbye.